The call detonated my life at 1,403 hours. Captain Reyes, this is Executor Lang. Admiral Daniel Voss is dying. He's asking for his daughter, Sophia Reyes. I dropped the secure phone. Outside the window, jets screamed across Miramar's sky, but inside my office the world went silent. I'd buried both parents in a San Diego cemetery when I was 5. That was the official story. That was the only story. Until now. 3 days later, I stood in a Monterey cliffside mansion that smelled of salt air and secrets. The lawyer, Lang, handed me a brass key before I'd even crossed the threshold. He said you'd know what door it opens. I didn't, but my hand remembered. The key slid into the study's hidden panel like it had been waiting 28 years. Inside, walls of Navy commendations, a locked sea chest, and one framed photo that stopped my heart. Mita, 24 years old, flight suit half-zipped, standing on a USS Abraham Lincoln's deck the day I earned my wings. Someone had painted it in oils, every detail perfect, down to the tiny scar on my chin from childhood I was never supposed to survive. Admiral Daniel Voss lay upstairs, machines breathing for him. His eyes, storm gray, exactly like mine, locked on me the second I entered. Sophia. One word, cracked like old leather. You kept the fire. I stayed at the door, arms folded. You kept the lies. He tried to laugh. It turned into a cough that rattled the floor. Sit, Captain, or keep standing. You always did love parade rest when you were furious. He told me everything in pieces between oxygen pulls. 1997 classified op of Yemen. He led a SEAL team that erased a warlord who swore vengeance on every American name in the briefing book. The warlord's network reached U.S. soil. My mother, his wife, was killed in a random car bombing 6 months later. To save 5-year-old me, they staged our deaths. New identities. Orphanage. Sealed files. He rose through ranks while I grew up thinking the Navy took my family to every promotion, every air medal, every viral clip of me landing an F-35 on a rolling deck. He watched from the shadows, collecting scraps of a daughter he couldn't claim. I wanted to scream. Instead, I opened the sea chest. Inside, birthday cards never mailed, flight logs annotated in his handwriting. She nailed the trap, better than I ever did. In a single dog tag, mine, snipped the day I graduated Top Gun. At the bottom lay a velvet box. Inside, Captain's Eagles. My next rank, engraved on the back, for the daughter who outflew her father's ghosts. Night fell. Pacific fog pressed against the windows like it wanted in on the secret. Lang appeared with a tablet. He recorded this yesterday. Said play it only if you stayed past 2200. It was 2201. The screen flickered. The Admiral, gaunt but fierce, stared straight into the lens. Sophia, if you're watching, I'm already gone. I don't expect forgiveness. I stole your childhood to buy you a future. Wrong call. But every sunrise I watched you earn your wings. I knew the trade was worth it. The house, the trust, the foundation for naval orphans. It's yours. Not inheritance. Reparation. Lead them the way you lead your squadron. Without hesitation. Without apology. And when you pin on those captain's bars, remember, the sky never cared whose daughter you were. It only cared how high you were willing to climb. Semper fi, hid. Clear skies. The video ended. The room went still except for the machines. His hand found mine, cold, trembling but strong enough to squeeze once. I was there the day you soloed, he whispered. Back row, ball cap, fake mustache. You never looked down. I laughed through the tears I swore I wouldn't shed. You looked ridiculous. Worth it. His grip slackened. The monitors flatlined. I didn't move until the nurse gently closed his eyes. 2 weeks later, Arlington. Full military honors. 21 guns cracked like thunder across the hills. The flag folded into that perfect triangle was handed to his sister.
My aunt, who had no idea I existed. I waited until the crowd thinned, then walked forward alone. Lang met me with a second flag. He left instructions. One for the family, one for the daughter the world never met. I took it. The weight almost buckled my knees. That night I sat on the cliff behind the mansion, wind ripping through my hair, captain's eagles cold in my palm. Below, the ocean smashed against rocks. Angry, endless, honest. I opened the locket I'd worn since foster care. Inside, a tiny photo of a man in dress whites holding a toddler on his shoulders. On the back, in faded ink, fly higher than the fear, soft. Love, Dad. I pinned the new eagles to my collar, right over the heart that had spent 28 years convincing itself it didn't need a father. Then I stood, faced the horizon, and saluted the darkest part of the sky, where the stars fight hardest to be seen. Request permission to take the lead, sir. The wind carried my voice out over the waves. Somewhere, I swear I heard the answer. Permission granted, Captain Reyes. The sky is yours.